Here at the Treehouse, we have a vision for where we want to be, working collaboratively and solving real problems for real people in a meaningful way.
Not just outputs, not just we've created something or shipped something, it's have we actually created value.
We've formed this change agent team, this group of cross-functional people from the business, from technology, user experience, now from strategy and governance, from learning and development.
To help drive this transformation, to Agile, to design thinking, to Lean, to sort of all these new methodologies and mindsets that we're bringing to the organization.
So then we brought in some folks from LeanDog who are coaching partners, and they gave us some tools to organize, and here we are.
Breaking down those silos, not only on the tech side, but the business side as well, and everywhere in between.
The biggest challenge we're going to have is ourselves, and ourselves getting in our own way.
I think it's one thing to talk about it, it's another thing to bring it to life.
We have 10 teams that are identified as early adopters, and we're going to use those teams to help scale it to the rest of the organization.
So a little over 2 weeks ago, we brought in teams that are here now to what we called the Bootcamp.
So when we heard about the concept, the Bootcamp, we had a lot of questions. How are we going to be seating? Are we going to be across from each other?
We have very few ground rules up on the wall somewhere, which are basically, that's where the restroom is and there's the break room, and be nice to each other.
Being a project manager, I'm very used to structure. Taking that all away was extremely scary.
We brought in 4 teams, and they're our first cohort. The teams are the ATM, Magellan, which is the replacement of Smart Spend. We have consumer lending origination, and we have the systems team.
So the mindset shift is when teams come into the boot camp, they're like, whoa, what am I doing now? What is my role? What do I do on a day-to-day?
It was a little bit, daunting. But then with the coaches we have around from LeanDog and then the M&T coaches working with us, it's been a process of growth.
In Agile fashion, we'll meet for a retrospective and we'll inspect, okay, how are we doing? We set out this week to learn this topic. Did we learn it? Do we have any more questions? How do we adapt? How do we get stronger as a team?
Some days it's really frustrating, some days it's super exciting, some days it's like a mix of both at once.
It's just a learning experience for all of us. So those times where we kind of go on our roller coaster a little bit, dipping down, we just use each other, pick each other up, and learn from our experience.
Design thinking forces us to test our assumptions with our customers.
So kind of filtering out, just removing all those assumptions that everybody has. It's okay to not know, and let's just test and learn.
Then once we get that education, that training, and we start doing it real world, then the team has that aha moment.
Light bulbs started going off, and we found this path that's now worked for us, and the team has made tremendous strides.
We're going to take what we did here and take it back to an environment that may look a little bit more similar to what people are used to.
A big part of the transformation that we're seeing with the Agile mindset coming to life is that it's important to get the right folks together, get that diversity of view.
The early adopters, that watching them transform is going to be empowering to the rest of the company.
We want to share our stories. We want to share what worked for us, what didn't work for us, so that others can learn from our mistakes and they can leverage our successes and build successful teams of their own.
There's definitely a big psychological impact to this. It forces the bank to remember why we're a bank.
I've been bitten by the Agile bug. It's like a fever. It's really exciting. It's fun to come to work.
For modernized delivery and our Agile transformation, we've created this space where the teams can come and learn. They can be with other teams that are learning these new approaches and techniques, and they can actually feed off each other, and there's a real excitement and energy about it.